In 3, 2, 1. Big round of applause for the great opening of Automotive Lighting Rooms.
Congratulations.
Once again, thank you very much. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Jupiter of Penang. Ladies and gentlemen, can we hear a round of applause on stage? 3, 2, 1. Big round of applause for the great opening of Automotive Lighting Rooms.
Welcome, sir. I'm Frank. I is in charge of the reflector molding reflector. So we start with we have the process and code the thing, and with the UV curing, we put the UV ultraviolet lamp to clean. So after that we go to this is a finished code of the LM for here. What kind? This is the raw material part. We have the service of the tarnish promote. Minimum tarnish has not been removed. This is after removing the anti-rust. We have 3 types of the diamond compound using. One is because it's plastic, I think you can't see the difference. Plastic actually. No, it's steel. The robot will function. The robot is putting the automated. Some other country like China, it's a CCC. Okay, so every particular point is in the regulation. So this is our screen. I can show you.
First, I'd like to congratulate Malaysian Automotive Lighting for your success in establishing your facility here. And I'm sure you have come a very long way. From the humble beginning of Malaysian German automotive equipment in 1988 and setting up a facility in Baila Pass on the island in 2002. You have now got your own building and facility. Congratulations once again. The Penang State Government is very honoured that you have decided to continue your relationship with Penang in Batu Kawan, our new industrial site. And you have also broke many records in finishing your facility in a very short time. We were told just now by Mr. Jack Cheng that he had just been responsible for seeing the completion of a 500 million euro facility in China. This is less than 20 million euros. Altogether, I was told by Mr. Rama, it's around 85 million ringgit. with a head count of around 960. I'm sure we are starting small, but as Mr. Jack Chen said, hopefully that this is the light that we are looking for. So perhaps in future we can see another 500 million euro plant in Penang from MAL. No, I do not want to, of course, repeat what was stated by the earlier esteemed speakers just now about the technology they are bringing to Penang, and of course the future prospects for the company. But I would like to add that we also like to acknowledge the efforts not only of the company and your wonderful staff, but also of PDC in building this facility for MAL under a build and lease arrangement. I think probably one of the first, if not the first in Malaysia, built by PDC according to the specifications and the requirements of MAL. So we hope that this is a beginning of a wonderful relationship between the Penang Development Corporation, which is of course completely owned by the Penang State Government, and also other private investors such as yourself. Mr. Du Bois has said that you want to increase your turnover by 100% over the next 5 years. I think that is a very worthwhile objective and stresses the importance of being competitive. When we talk about competitiveness, it's just not about companies being competitive. I think countries and state economies as a whole must also be competitive. In this regard, I would like to refer to the World Competitiveness Report for this year, the latest report, where they outline 5 challenges for Malaysia. And what are these 5 challenges? Number 1, government bureaucracy and red tape. Number 2, corruption. Number 3, the need to instill a productive work ethic. Number 4, the lack of capacity for innovation. And of course, number 5, the need to have high quality educational institutions to produce a highly educated workforce. Now, these are 5 challenges that we have to deal with seriously if we want to be competitive as a state or as a nation globally. And we talk about government bureaucracy, I would like to say this: Penang is considered as the most efficient government, state government in Malaysia. Secondly, in terms of dealing with corruption, again, we are the cleanest government in Malaysia, recognized and praised by none other than Transparency International. So far, the only state government to be praised by Transparency International in Malaysia. Thirdly, in terms of work ethic, I'm sure you can see the work ethic of our workers, or else you will not be here. And I think Penang has a long standing tradition of 40 years experience in the electronic sector. Fourthly, in terms of innovation, I think this is crucial for any industry. We have moved from a factor-driven industry to an efficiency-driven industry. And I think the next stage forward is, of course, innovation-driven industry. In this regard, the Penang State Government is also stressing on innovation by establishing the Penang Science Council, an effort to rekindle interest in science and technology, as well as to establish Penang as a center of excellence for science in Malaysia. And our Penang Science Council has been very successful because we have taken a very different approach. Even though it is seeded, the brainchild is from the state government, but the whole effort for science and technology is driven by private industry, with companies from Motorola, Intel, B. Brown, Honeywell, National Instruments. Most of the private companies are involved in this effort to promote science. And we hope that MAL can also join these efforts among private industry. There is no interference from the state government. It's a purely private sector driven effort. And of course, lastly, the need to have high quality education institutions. Now, we know that whilst we may have the human talent, I think it's also important for us to build new human talent in future, to retain and attract new ones. In this regard, in Batu Kawan, even though this is a green site, but this is a very promising green site because we have also attracted new education institutions to Batu Kawan. And we are very happy that we have managed to rope in Hull University from United Kingdom, where they will be setting up their branch campus to offer courses in engineering, in accounting, in law, in logistics, and in business studies. And also another local university, KDU University, will also be establishing their campus here. So we will not only have MAL, we will also have, hopefully, more high quality educational institutions. And I want to also acknowledge the presence of the former Director General of MIDA, Dato Sri Jalila Baba, who is here today with us. And of course, she will be shepherding and steering the entrance of Hull University into Batu Kawan in Penang. Let's give her a round of applause. So these are the 5 challenges as identified by the World Competitiveness Report that the Penang State Government is not only addressing but meeting. And that is why we are confident of the future. We want to win the future. And to win the future, we know we have to invest in the future. Because when we talk about preparing the young for the future, you must also prepare the future for the young. And nothing is more important than education. So let's hope that MAL can move forward, because with that vision from the Penang State Government, we think that we should be the preferred choice for your next 500 million euro facility. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
I'm very glad to be here at the inauguration of this new plant in Batu Kawan. Since my arrival in Malaysia, I have realized how attractive and interesting this country is for developing economic collaboration based on mutual respect and benefit. And as a matter of fact, in the last 5 years, the Italian embassy has witnessed a growing attention and interest from Malaysia, from the Italian business community, as well as an increased presence of Italian companies in this country. And the experience of automotive lighting is unique, and in a way it has paved the way to the deepening of economic ties between our two countries. And this for 2 main reasons. Firstly, because automotive lighting opened the plant a long time ago, back in 1988, in collaboration with Bosch, and this showed the great trust and confidence placed in Malaysia by one of Italy's most important companies. Secondly, because automotive lighting decided to establish itself in Penang, which is one of the most dynamic areas in the country. So the opening of this plant is the evidence of the success of automotive lighting, a success based on the tight cooperation between Italians and Malaysians. And I'm sure that this example will encourage further initiatives of common interest. While congratulating Magneti Marelli for the great performance they have achieved in Penang, may I take this opportunity, Honorable Chief Minister, to assure the full support of the Embassy of Italy to encourage further and deeper cooperation between Penang and my country. I wish to highlight, Honorable Chief Minister, that Penang is particularly interesting for us because it is not only an important economic hub, but also a worldwide recognized center of Malaysian culture, as it is proved by the inclusion of some of its beautiful and unique sites in the UNESCO World Heritage List. And I'm sure you know very well that Italy, my country, is very, very sensitive in this field. So once again, I would like to congratulate Malaysian Automotive Lighting for its growth and tremendous success here in the state of Penang, and at the same time congratulate Penang for its tireless efforts in becoming an established, dynamic economic and cultural center in this region. Thank you.
Thank you very much.